Let's be honest, 95% of dog owners would fail this test. Not because they don't love their dog, but because they overlook the small things that matter most. If you're doing these 18 things, you're not just a dog owner. You're the one every dog truly deserves. Let's see if you pass. Number 1, your dog is talking. Are you listening? Your dog is jumping, spinning, panting. The wrong owner says, "He's just happy. He's fine." The right owner stops and asks, "Is this joy or is this overwhelm?" Excitement has a signature: loose, wiggly body, soft eyes, a bark that sounds like an invitation. Anxiety looks completely different: tight muscles, tucked tail, yawning that has nothing to do with being tired, panting when it isn't hot. These are two completely different nervous system states requiring two completely different responses. One needs calm engagement, the other needs space and decompression immediately. Your dog cannot tell you which one is happening. Being the person who figures it out anyway, every single time, that is the owner every dog deserves. Number 2, stop reaching. Watch what happens. The single biggest mistake dog owners make, and almost every owner makes it, is forcing the connection, reaching out the moment the dog walks by, pulling them in for a hug they didn't ask for, getting frustrated when they move away. Every single time you do this, you lose something. Not dramatically, just quietly. A little piece of trust slipping away without a sound. The owner every dog deserves understands something that changes everything. Affection forced is affection faked. When you sit down, stay still, and resist every impulse to reach, when you let your dog decide when to approach, when to make contact, when to stay, you stop being someone your dog tolerates and become someone your dog actively chooses. That shift is not small. That shift is everything. Number 3, the reaction, slowly destroying their trust. This needs to be said clearly because so many owners get it completely wrong. Dogs do not process punishment the way humans think they do. When you raise your voice, physically correct them, or use fear-based methods after a bad behavior, your dog does not connect the punishment to what they just did. They connect it to you. You become the source of the bad experience. Over months and years, a dog that is regularly punished becomes a dog that flinches when you reach toward them. A dog that cowers when you enter the room. A dog that has quietly decided you are not fully safe. The owner every dog deserves never punishes. They redirect. They remove the opportunity for the behavior. They understand that a dog is never being bad. A dog is always communicating something. Accepting that completely is not weakness. It is understanding on the deepest possible level. Number 4, the warning. Most owners see too late. Your dog skips a meal. Most owners think they'll eat when they're hungry. But a dog going off food is one of the earliest warning signals that something is medically wrong. And unlike skipping a snack, a dog refusing food consistently is almost never a preference issue. It is a symptom. The owner every dog deserves tracks, eating patterns the way a doctor tracks vitals. Not obsessively, but consistently. They know what normal looks like for their specific dog, so they recognize immediately when something has shifted. That baseline knowledge, built through nothing more than paying close attention every single day, is the difference between catching a problem early and losing a dog to something that was always treatable. Number 5, the 15 minutes that fix everything. Not occasionally, not when you have the energy, every single day. Dogs are working animals. Their entire nervous system is built for movement, problem solving, and engagement. When they don't get that through play, the energy doesn't disappear. It redirects into destroyed furniture, into excessive barking, into anxiety that looks like disobedience but isn't, into a quiet depression that gets misread as the dog simply calming down with age. 15 minutes of genuine focused play. Fetch with real enthusiasm, tug with actual resistance, chase that lets them win. Changes all of it, not any 15 minutes. Intentional play where your dog feels the full satisfaction of their instincts being met. That daily release is not optional for a dog's mental health, and being the human who provides it without fail every single day is one of the most important things you will ever do for them. Number 6, the language running 24 hours a day. Everyone thinks a wagging tail means a happy dog. That single assumption has gotten people bitten more times than any other mistake in dog ownership. A tail wagging low and fast means anxiety. A tail held stiff and high with minimal movement is a warning. A slow, wide wag at mid-height with a completely loose body, that is happiness. These are entirely different emotional states. And the tail is just one signal. The owner every dog deserves learns their specific dog's full vocabulary. Ear position, eye shape, lip tension, weight, distribution, breathing rate. When you learn to read these signals fluently, you stop missing the moments your dog is telling you they are scared, overwhelmed, or, best of all, completely, totally at peace. Number 7, why letting them leave is an act of love. Your dog has had enough. They get up from beside you and move to the other side of the room. The wrong owner follows. The right owner stays exactly where they are and lets them go. This is one of the hardest things for a loving dog owner to do, because the impulse to follow comes from genuine love, wanting more of the warmth, more of the connection. But here is what your dog knows that most owners never learn. Every single time you let them leave without following, without calling them back, without making them feel guilty for needing space, you prove that being near you is a choice, not an obligation. Dogs remember that, and they always come back to the people who let them leave freely. Number 8, the one spot in your home. Never touch it. Every dog needs one place in this world that is completely, unconditionally theirs. A crate, a bed, a specific corner. Whatever form it takes, when your dog goes there, the world stops pursuing them. No following, no pulling them out, no exceptions, including children. That space is your dog's primary emotional regulation tool. It is where they go when they are overstimulated, overwhelmed, or simply need to decompress without negotiation. When you protect that space with zero compromise, you give your dog something that profoundly changes their mental health. The absolute certainty that escape is always available. A dog who knows they can always find relief never has to reach for aggression to get it. Number 9, the health check you're already missing. Regular grooming is not about appearance. It gives you a full-body scan of your dog on a consistent basis. Lumps, skin changes, parasites, wounds, weight shifts hidden beneath the coat. These things get caught during grooming sessions that would otherwise go completely unnoticed until they became serious problems. But beyond the health, grooming is bonding. It is your hands on your dog's body in a way that communicates safety and care at the most basic level. A dog who is groomed regularly and gently learns that being handled is not a threat. That lesson matters enormously at the vet, at the groomer, in every moment where your dog needs to trust the hands on them. Number 10, the love. Most owners never notice. Some dogs are not naturally demonstrative. They don't leap at the door. They don't demand constant attention. They don't follow you from room to room. And owners who expect that performance spend years feeling unloved by a dog who is actually devoted to them completely. A dog sleeping near you instead of across the room is love. Bringing you a toy with no expectation of play is love. Placing their chin on your knee for 3 seconds and then walking away, that is love, expressed in the quiet, certain language of a creature who only gives what is genuine. The owner every dog deserves stops waiting for loud love and learns to receive the love that has been there. Quietly, consistently, every single day. Number 11. What the senior years are really asking of you. Most owners pour everything into puppyhood. The owner every dog deserves pours even more into the senior years. They adjust nutrition before the stiffness sets in. They modify exercise before pain becomes visible. They add ramps before jumping becomes impossible. They increase vet visits before problems become emergencies. They give more patience, more warmth, more time. An aging dog is not a management challenge. An aging dog is the same soul who chose you completely and without reservation, now moving through the world a little more slowly. Showing up for that with the same energy they gave you every single day of their life is not a burden. It is the most important thing you will ever do as a dog owner. Number 12. The body part that never lies. Most dog owners read their dog's face and completely miss the tail, which is broadcasting emotional state with extraordinary precision in real time. Tail loose and sweeping wide means genuine happiness. Tail tucked low means fear or submission. Tail held stiff and high means high arousal. Proceed carefully. Tail wagging fast but low means anxiety, not excitement. The owner every dog deserves reads the tail automatically, the way they read a face, as an always-on signal that tells them exactly where their dog is, emotionally before a single word needs to be spoken. Learn this one signal, and your entire relationship with your dog shifts overnight. Number 13. What destruction is actually trying to tell you. Your dog chewed through the couch, destroyed the shoes by the door, scratched through the wall. The wrong owner sees defiance. The right owner asks one question. What is my dog trying to tell me? Destructive behavior in dogs is never random and never personal. It is always one of three things: too much energy with nowhere to go, too much anxiety with no way to release it, or too much time alone with a brain that was built for constant engagement every single time. No exceptions. The owner every dog deserves does not punish the destruction. They investigate the cause. Because a dog who is destroying things is a dog who is suffering quietly, and the destruction is the only language they have left to use. Number 14. The daily habit that builds or breaks trust. Most owners pick a food once and never think about it again. The owner every dog deserves treats nutrition as an ongoing conversation. They notice when their dog eats with genuine enthusiasm versus reluctant compliance. They watch for the healthy coat, the steady energy, the maintained weight that tells them the food is actually working. But beyond the food itself, they get mealtime right. The bowl in a location that feels safe. No other pets hovering, no rushing. A dog who eats in peace, with food that genuinely nourishes them, is a dog whose body and brain have the foundation to function the way they were built to. Mealtime is not administration. For your dog, mealtime is either a daily experience that reinforces safety and trust, or one that quietly erodes it. Getting it right every single day matters more than most owners ever realize. Number 15. The moment your dog decides to trust you forever. Someone reaches toward your dog. Your dog steps back. The wrong owner says, "It's okay, he's friendly, go ahead," and physically guides their dog into the interaction. The right owner steps between them and says, "Let's give him a second." A dog who is forced into greetings they did not choose learns one thing with absolute certainty: their signals will be ignored, that their discomfort does not matter. Over time, a dog who cannot trust their owner to advocate for them stops using subtle signals entirely. They skip straight to the only language that has ever actually worked, and owners call that aggression. The owner every dog deserves reads the hesitation, steps in every single time without apology. Number 16. The daily pain you're calling bad behavior. Your dog destroys the house when you leave, barks for hours, refuses to eat, waits at the door until you return. The wrong owner calls this bad behavior. The right owner recognizes it for exactly what it is: a dog whose nervous system genuinely cannot regulate itself in the absence of their person. Dogs are not manipulating you when they show separation anxiety. They are experiencing real, measurable psychological distress, elevated cortisol, elevated heart rate, a brain in genuine crisis. Punishing it makes it worse without exception. The owner every dog deserves addresses the root cause, gradually building the dog's tolerance for alone time, creating positive associations with departures, sometimes working with a professional. Because a dog suffering from separation anxiety every single day is not a behavioral inconvenience. It is an animal in daily pain that their owner has the complete power to change. Number 17. The question great owners always ask. The owners every dog deserves are not perfect. They lose patience. They get the routine wrong sometimes. They miss signals they should have caught. What separates them from everyone else is not perfection. It is reflection. After a hard walk, they ask what they could have done differently. After a behavioral setback, they look at their own consistency before they look at their dog's temperament. They treat every difficult moment as information rather than failure. A dog does not need a perfect owner. A dog needs an owner who is genuinely trying, who is paying attention, adjusting, learning, growing. That ongoing commitment to becoming better, not for your own satisfaction, but for the animal who has already decided you are the best thing in their world. That is what makes an owner worth having. And your dog, right now, wherever they are in your home, has already decided you are exactly that. Number 18. The silent killer hiding in plain sight. You never forget the food bowl. But the water bowl? That's where most owners fail their dog without ever realizing it. One bowl isn't enough. Place 2. Different rooms, different locations. Because a dog who has to walk across the house for water simply won't. They wait. And every hour of dehydration silently damages kidneys, joints, and digestion. Fresh water. 2 bowls. 2 locations. That's it. That's the difference. Those are few things that separate an average dog owner from the one every dog deserves. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be intentional. You need to keep learning. You need to keep showing up. If this video changed how you see your dog, share it. Because somewhere out there, a dog needs their owner to watch this today. Drop in the comments, which of these 30 hit you hardest? I read every single comment. See you in the next one.